Welcome to the You Are It podcast. My name is Alejandra Orozco. I am a social science researcher and an energy healer. You Are It has been created to support you in expanding your perception of reality. You are loved and absolutely deserving simply because you are, not because of what you have accomplished. Join me and be ready to transform your beliefs and approaches as you enter the flow of becoming one with your highest good and your highest purpose. Welcome to episode 20 of You Are It. Why do our shadows gain power when we deny them? And how can acceptance and surrender transform our reality? In this episode, we explore the journey from shadow to light, discovering how acceptance brings us into the present moment and how our world mirrors what is within us. Yes, trying to change the reflection never works when true transformation happens at the source. Join me in exploring the ways in which acknowledging our truth becomes the portal to freedom and expansion. You are all absolutely welcome. Dear friends of the soul, when we are overwhelmed by feelings of anger, feeling worthless, sadness, and the like, sometimes we push those feelings away, deny their existence, or focus on positive affirmations to try to neutralize them. We may even feel truly powerless or desperate if we feel we cannot control how we feel. In episode 2, I shared with you about Hawkins' letting go technique. Essentially, the practice of witnessing your emotions without any judgment. Emotions persist whenever we resist them. Why do they persist? There is a learning or expansion to take place whenever the emotion arises. And if we run away from it, judge it, or deny it, we only delay the opportunity to learn and expand from the experiencing of the emotion. Nothing in creation, and I truly mean nothing, is for nothing, a mistake, or a waste. Everything has a meaning and a purpose, even if only to make you aware that there is no meaning anymore in the things you have been committed to up to this moment. Always, and I mean always, everything we go through serves a purpose to support our expansion, and it does so to the measure we allow it. Now, to witness something dispassionately, we first need to accept it. To be a dispassionate observer of our anger requires that we first accept that we are in a state of anger. To calmly witness envy, sadness, despair, rudeness in us requires that we first accept that we are having those feelings. Acceptance of our current condition is the primary requisite to transcendence. Now, the question for us is, if every time low-frequency emotions come to the fore, can we move towards the stillness offered by a state of acceptance? But let us define a bit more a state of acceptance, as it is difficult to apply something we don't really understand. When you accept, you consciously acknowledge where you are in terms of emotional turmoil, deep feeling. Indeed, you do the exact opposite of denying. And mine, is that a superpower? Yes, indeed. Notice how the easiest thing for us to do when exposed to an uncomfortable truth is to deny our shortcoming, to disregard and fight back, to prevent others from seeing us in a light that is not great or perfect. The last thing our ego wishes for is that our shadows come to light. Why? Well, I think it is because if there are no shadows, there is no ego, nothing to hide, nothing to fight for, no enemies to extinguish. We then become those perfect divine beings we are, having an imperfectly beautiful human experience. What does it mean to have no shadows? I mean that there is nothing to hide, because you, in your higher state of being, now know that your mistakes and your imperfections do not define who you are. Neither does your physicality or the opinion others have of you. Because no physical form can determine or be a measure of your value. But if that is what is your perception, that is also what guides the value you assign to others. And the opinion of others only speak of their perception of you and what they have within, which is all they can offer to others around them. Yes, what others think of you speaks more of them than of you. But let us go back to the state of acceptance. So yes, self-awareness of where we are emotionally allows us to enter into acceptance. The other dimension of a state of acceptance is that it brings you to present moment awareness. You are witnessing yourself in the act, catching yourself in flagranti, which is again the opposite of denial and trying to hold on to an egoic imaginary image of self that is based on conditioning, fear, limiting beliefs, etc. Acceptance is of such high vibration that sometimes it only takes one moment of full acceptance to relinquish decades of conditioned behaviors and beliefs. Once you accept where you are, you relinquish fear of rejection, misperception, negative image. You can see yourself in the colors you have chosen to display for so long. And the action of taking that conscious step towards neutrality allows you to experience reality in such powerful new ways. Indeed, acceptance and neutrality, which is the act of witnessing dispassionately, no drama, no suffering, is such an unbelievable way to connect back to your divinity. Now, neutrality transforms your perception so radically that now you distinguish clearly between the infinity of your divine being and the limited human existence you are experiencing. Oh yeah, acceptance and neutrality, such a beautiful and powerful state of being. But there is more to acceptance. You see, acceptance is not the act of loving or disregarding what has been forceful, harmful, damaging, unkind, etc. Or loving the situations where light seems to be absent. Not quite. Acceptance is simply the acknowledgement that yes, within us we have allowed light to be absent whenever we move to think, act, or feel separate from our beingness as love and light. And well, just about all emotions exist at a frequency lower than the frequency of love. So, in acceptance, when you enter into neutrality, or the absence of fear about your own shadows, and as you relinquish resistance to acknowledge what you have been feeling and doing, no shadows of yours have power over you, as you are not in a reactive mode, neither behaving out of habit. And when there is no resistance from you to what is happening to you and from within you, you are, as a matter of fact, in a state of surrender. And now you question no more the design of all that is. You see the unfolding of existence as part of your creation with divinity itself. This level of being a dispassionate witness of yourself in total surrender is the very definition and experience of freedom and beauty and power. And it can be reached through the act of acceptance. When shadows have power over us, it's because we have for so long tried to suppress them or deny them. Once your understanding of where you have been is illuminated, no low frequency emotion or limiting belief can hold you hostage. Indeed, in acceptance and surrender, nothing can hold you hostage, as there is nothing to hide and nothing to fear. Acceptance and surrender allow us to be in our light, in vulnerability, in our humanity, and yet fully conscious of our divinity. With being in our light, we connect with wholeness. And in wholeness, we serve others and existence by simply being in our light. What is your light? What is it you feel inspired to do that you are yet to start doing? With no fears and authenticity, and fully open about your vulnerability as your standard, it will be just natural to act inspired and to do the best at being you in whatever you do. And as you do, the field of existence will respond to you in kind, with the best it can offer to you, and a lot of beauty it can offer for sure. Dear friends, your level of power is determined by your level of consciousness. The world you experience is not what happens to you, or even for you, but most accurately, what happens through you. We are shifting to realities of what we already contain as created beings. Yes, you have been creating the whole time, but under acceptance and surrender, your creations are a work of art, not a product of fear from your ego-fueled shadows. Remember Hawking's words: the world we experience is the world of our projections. So far, we have been trying to change our reality, but trying to change the image in the mirror. Now, our reality changes because us, the image on the mirror, have changed. Now that your beliefs are based on the awareness of your infinite divine nature, you move away from victimhood to reclaim your creative power. You realize hardship was your expectation from believing yourself to be unworthy and limited. You understand that you can try all you want to get things through effort and struggle, but that there is an easier way, by feeling worthy and being in your light, to receive all that you consider beautiful. As I heard this week, the moment you know the game of life is a reflection of you, you have mastered it. Ultimately, this whole exercise of acceptance and surrender is the act of remembering that we are loved and have always been loved forever and always. Remember that everything serves and nothing is personal. Let every experience you go through support you in gaining mastery of the divine creator you are, of the reality in which you are. Let go of expectations. The expectation of something often comes with the resistance to something else. And yet everything serves. Yes, you are co-creating this experience, and at the same time, there is divine design behind your experience that goes way beyond the understanding of your 3D mind. Think about that phrase you have heard. Everything is consciousness. And know that this is unquestionable truth. And the coolest part, consciousness is unlimited. And the second coolest part, that you are consciousness itself. Oh, wow. Please tell me, is not life and this reality such a beautiful thing, or rather, such a beautiful conscious thing? You know, you only need some of the points presented in various episodes of You Are It to transcend your present state of feeling limited. But if you still feel more support is what you need, then you can explore the possibility of psychological kinesiology and mentoring sessions with me. What magic do I offer? Well, a love for humanity and for you that is so vast, as is not determined by how you look or what you feel, but by who you are as a divine being. And what is my superpower? Having the ability to see your beauty and your light, even in the moments when you yourself cannot see it, and to offer a frequency where you are invited to let go of what is not you and to embrace the beautiful divine you. You can find more information at alejaorozco.com if you are curious at all. This Latina that speaks to you has the most fun having this talk about how you are it with you all. I love you all absolutely dearly, and I hope you can believe it and even feel it. Me llamo Alejandra, and you have been listening to You Are It. Enjoy the rest of April, and I will see you again on May 9. Goodbye. Rumi once said, "You search the world for treasures, but the real treasure is yourself." This is the essence of our message on the You Are It podcast. You are the treasure waiting to be discovered or enjoyed. You are the flame that never consumes itself and the light that shines everywhere. Now you are home. Please know that you are most welcome. Stay tuned as we look forward to sharing something of value on every episode.